Hello, my beautiful, amazing crochet family. I am your one and your only Lady of Crochet, LadySamoan, and we are back with another all over the place crochet broadcast. Yes, 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 y'all. Oh my goodness, y'all. We are here. We are here. We are here. Listen, I said we are going to log on. I'm going to talk to my crochet family, and I have to show y'all some of the things that I already have been making, some of the things that I've started. And y'all, we are going to just talk about like, it just seemed like time is like going so fast. I'm over here trying to catch up, y'all. I'm really trying to catch up. So forgive me because I'm like, I looked up, literally, I looked up on Wednesday and I'm like, it's past 6 o'clock. And I was in the middle of cooking, so it was no way I could go live. Then I looked up today and I'm like, it's Thursday. I didn't even post a video today. I said, you know what? Right now, we are going to talk about these makes that I got done. I'm going to share it and show y'all. And listen, I hope y'all are having the most beautiful, amazing day. And I hope y'all are not a little bit like trying to catch up like me. Okay. But if you are, it is going to be okay. And we're gonna get this thing together. So one thing I wanted to talk about was I saw on Pamela's, let me get it right, Pamela's Crochet Knit Corner. She talked about some head scarves. And she posted this a couple of days ago as a post, and I saw it on my YouTube and I said, oh my goodness, this is so cute. So then I was like, oh, you don't have to tell me twice. I'm going to go ahead and make it. That same day, I made those headscarves. But the crazy thing is, I never posted it. It was just like time just went. I had enough time to make it and enough time to just go on and do everything else I had to do that day. But I want to show y'all because I made the headscarves, and this is how it turned out. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I use the ice cream yarn. It's the ice cream yarn I use for this one. And I followed the pattern because on Pamela's crochet knit, let me get it right, Pamela's Crochet Knit Corner, she actually shared the pattern on the post. So y'all, I'm gonna tag her down below so y'all can get all the deets, go read the post and go see hers that she made as well because it was so beautiful. But this is how mine's turned out. I absolutely love it. And then I said, okay, I wanted to use, because you know this right here is mixed with the cotton. It's like a certain percentage of cotton, a certain percentage of acrylic, which I'm starting to see that I actually love that type of yarn, like with the cotton mix, and I love the feel. And I wanted to say too, matter of fact, let me calm down because I'm a little excited, y'all. I want to tell y'all everything all at once. But I'm gonna tell y'all about some yarn and what I figured about myself. But let me stay right here. So I really love the 50-50 yarn when it comes to a blend of cotton. I am not a fan 100% of just straight cotton, but I think over time I will eventually learn how to love 100% cotton and learn how to work with it. And I guess it has something to do too, possibly with the brand of cotton that I get as well. Because I have some cotton that I got from the Dollar General store, and it was like one of those things that it was on sale, y'all. It's the worst. It's the worst. I'm sorry. I do not like that cotton at all. So maybe I'm just traumatized by that cotton. But anyways, this is the one I did. And then I used just a regular weight for yarn. And look at this. It's much bigger, but honestly, I think it still turned out really cute. Let me see if I can show y'all. You can see kind of like this one, to me, the 50% cotton one, it kind of gives more of a nice little drapey type look. And it's a little more lighter. But this one, it's a little more heavier. And I have to do this in, y'all. Act like you don't see that. It's a little more heavier and it's a little more bigger, but I feel that it still is cute. If you're a type of person that like more so of like oversized things, I think you would like this because we have people who want oversized hats. They like just things being a little more baggy look or a baggy feel. And then for me, like I have locks and my hair can be a lot sometimes. And I think the larger one would look better for my type of head because I also have a bigger head too. So I think it just depends. But I did it in the weight for it and I did it in the This is still a way for yarn, but it's a little more lighter. So wanted to show y'all these two. Y'all, I think it turned out really, really good. So another thing that I've been working on, first, let me say this. I feel like I've been working on like starting a lot of new projects. And I think it has something to do with, like I say, it seemed like I've just been like this right here, just going, going, going. And my mind has been just pushing me towards starting new projects. I don't know why, but I feel comfortable in this space. So that's why I was just like, let me jump on and talk about this. But I've started this project here, and it is a bulky, well, I'm using chunky yarn. Let me show y'all. I'm using chunky yarn, and all I'm doing is starting in a magic ring, increasing until I get like this big giant circle. And this is going to be a rug. This is going to be a rug, and I may put some kind of backing on it so it wouldn't slip aside, but I'm going to get it as big as I want. And I've been using, because this is the idea that I came up with. As you can see, the red in between, y'all, in my mind, I have like a bag full of chunky yarn that I got donated to me. I think I showed it on the channel. So I said, okay, I can make a rug, and I'm using, I think it's a 12. Yes, I'm using my 12mm crochet hook for this project. But I said it's missing something. And I looked on my yarn shelf and I said, oh, I know what I have a lot of that I can mix with this yarn. And that is my Karen. Oh, why did it leave me? Wait a minute, it's gonna come back. It's the Karen Super Soft, I think it's called. I think it's like super soft, but whatever, it's that super soft Karen type yarn, and it comes in a skein. I think it's called Karen. Y'all let me know in the comments because y'all know my mind. So I want to say it's the super soft. I'm not sure, but it's that super silky type feel yarn from Karen. And I was not a big fan of using it. I seen people say they use it for like clothing. I was not a big fan of it, but I have tons of that yarn. And I said, oh, I can use that yarn to mix with the chunky yarn. We get this cool little design going through. It kind of remind me of, I know how, not Hobby Lobby, Five Below had the rugs that is, they call it the kitchen rugs. And it kind of have look like, I think they use, is it like a t-shirt type yarn in between? And it kind of, the red reminds me of that for some reason, like the yarn that they mix with the other yarn they use for those rugs. But I think it's turning out really good. And what I'm going to do is, excuse me, is just mix all of the chunky yarn that I have and just make it into this big blanket. Well, not blanket, big rug. Because I'm going to just keep increasing, put it on my floor. When I see a good size I like, y'all, I will take a picture and show y'all how it looks on the floor when I'm finished. And a little update, a little side note update, y'all. The vest. I had to put the vest down because I was trying to make the vest a little bigger coming, because I wanted it to close this way more. It fits on, but it doesn't come this way more. So I wanted to bring it in, and what I started doing was I was going around the whole thing, but what I noticed was that the collar part of it was kind of getting a little droopy. So I said, okay, it's not a good idea to continue to go around. So I need to come up with a different idea. And I was thinking about extending it out this way right here, like from here to here. I was thinking about extending it out, but then I'm like, okay, but I have a gap going around the neck. So if anyone have an idea that you could tell me how to extend it out, even if I have to work it a way to where it all just looks, I don't know. I'm a little confused by it. So what I told myself, I said, okay, I'm doing like this because I'm looking at it. What I told myself was just hang it on a mannequin, let it sit right there. It may take a couple of weeks, y'all. It may take a month, but I'm that type of person to where I have to put the project down, because the more and more I try to work on something and the idea is not coming together, or I lose interest, it's not going to be a good project. So I am great at putting it down and just picking it up later. So the vest, y'all will see a little later because listen, I'm trying, y'all. I am trying. But anyways, I got one more thing I wanted to show y'all that I started, y'all. Whew, listen. Now I've added, I'm adding now the mandala ombre. When I said I was going to come back and talk to y'all about it, about the yarn, this is what I was going to say. I think I have reached the level of maturity to where I can use them. I said mandala. I think it's, some people say mandala, some people say mandala. Listen, the ombre yarn by Lion Brands. I think I'm at a certain age now and I reach a certain maturity that it's like, listen, I can use this yarn. It's okay, you know, because the thinner weight for yarns never really I would say appeased to me. Like, I wasn't really like into those little thinner ones. I will always gravitate towards the thicker weight for yarns. But once I made this right here and the feel and seeing how the result is, and it has that nice little just drape to it, y'all, I think I fell a little bit in love. And I realized it wasn't the fact of not really like working with the yarn. It was getting in a groove with the yarn. Because sometimes when I'm used to the thicker ones, it's like I can move a little faster. Then I realized, like, listen, you can move fast with this one, but you just have to give yourself a chance to get into the groove with it and to get used to the yarn. So this has been going smoothly, y'all. So I'm going to show y'all what I have been working on. Look at this, y'all. Let's see. I'm gonna show it to y'all like this because I'm not gonna be able to put everything in frame, and I'm still working on it, y'all. This is like the cutest little blanket. See, and I want it to be the size that you can put on the chair, just like a nice little chair drape. Because I don't know if a lot of y'all do this, but I have now 2 blankets on my chair. It's 2 granny square blankets on my chair. And when I even say that I have a certain type of maturity for the yarn, y'all, I have a certain type of maturity now to where I learned how to make the solid granny square, because it used to give me such a hard time. I did not know how to like keep the square going. It was like I got hicked up on how to start it, and I got hicked up on how to continue with the increases around. And it was just like I sat down here and I said, you know what? I'm going to get this. So I started it, and then I saw this one tip that said, always remember when you're doing your corners, don't forget that stitch near the corner stitch, because it can get lost due to the fact that when you do your corners, it kind of slides over. So I kind of pinned that in my brain. And next thing you know, y'all, I've been on it ever since. And I think this is turning out to be one of my favorites. And the weight forwardness makes it just, it gives it that droopy feel. It's just a nice feel. And I used my leftover yarn I had here with the ice cream yarn, I believe it was. I think this is the ice cream yarn. Is this the ice cream yarn? I'm not sure. I think, no. Is it? Y'all, forgive me. Because I don't think, I'm not sure. No. It's not an ice cream yarn. Let me take that back. Y'all, I'm keeping all that in. Listen, it's not the ice cream yarn. You know what it is? It's the Hobby Lobby yarn that I got, because I have a brown colorway with it too. So this one was made with this weight for from Hobby Lobby. So this is a Hobby Lobby yarn that I got, a variegated Hobby Lobby. And then this one, this colorway right here is a cake yarn, a Karen cake that I got. I got it on sale, and I remember when I got it because I thought it was the most beautiful thing, and I used it all that I had left over because I did have a little bit of it. So that's what these rolls are. And then adding to it will be this right here. So my idea to get it the size that I want, I'm going to use, I think I have some more cake yarn. So I'm going to add more cake yarn to this blanket. So I'm looking, and I keep looking over. Y'all probably like, what is she looking at? But I'm looking at my stash of cake yarn that I have. And I have another mandala but it is like a pink, blue, and green colorway. I may add that. Y'all have a lot of cake yarns, and it's more so of that lighter weight 4. So I think I'm going to add that to the end of this right here. But this is just going to be a nice scrap solid granny square blanket. My first ever solid granny square blanket. And I think it's turning out really, really cute. But y'all, that's what I was up to. That's what I've been up to. Listen. And oh, let me show y'all one last thing. I got it was on sale for like, I saw Etsy. They had a sale. Can't remember what the sale was for. Was it Memorial Day, I think? I think it was Memorial Day, or is Memorial Day coming up? Whatever it was a sale I saw Etsy, and it was for a wooden crochet hook. I said, you know what? I want a wooden crochet hook. I think I only paid, was it $12 or $15 plus? Was it 12? No, because shipping was free. It was a great sale. I think I only paid like $12 or $15. But anyways, y'all, I got my first wooden hook, y'all. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. And it has the is that acrylic, I think, right here. And I wish it could show. It's not going to show up. It is not going to show y'all the beauty of it, because what I tried to do was take a picture in outside so that y'all could see, and it still didn't show it as good. But this is how it looks. I got the 6mm, and y'all, it's actually gorgeous. To me, it's gorgeous. Oh, look at me. I cannot be the hook person that said, look at this. Yes. Y'all be like, girl, turn it around. But this is how it looks right here. And I think it really turned out like, it's a cute hook. And I actually can crochet with it. But I would say, I've realized with me, because it's great to add to my collection, I always wanted a wooden hook. And when I saw for the price, I said, okay, I'm going to get one of these hooks. But one thing I would say that I realized with any of the hooks that I get that are more so on a design and it's not a clover, y'all, I do not crochet as fast. And I love crocheting as fast. I'm someone that can listen to something at 2.0 speed. So y'all know my brain goes and I can understand it. So when I crochet, I kind of don't want to hiccup a little bit and go slow. So this right here is still a cute hook. And I have crocheted with it, like I said, have used it, but not for a long period of time, only because I like moving fast with my clovers. I don't know what clover has, y'all. I don't know what is in clover. Clover's like, I'm acting like it's a recipe that is so good you can't stop eating it. But that's how it feels when I use my clover hooks, because I cannot put a clover hook down. Even when they incorporate a clover hook in some other like hooks that they make, because you have some crochet hook artists that use the clover hooks in their designs. Even with that, I still can't use it as fast. It is something about how just the way that I hold my hook and the way that my hand sits is just something about this right here that is just, I don't know, y'all. I just love it. And I move fast with it, and I crochet really well with it. But with that being said, because I'm not going to talk y'all head off, I wanted to come and do a video. I wanted to talk to my crochet family, because I know y'all probably was like, where she went, why she wasn't live, why she just left us. Like, I did not, y'all. I did not. Y'all let me know in the comments below if everything feel like it's moving fast for y'all too. Because when I say it's like, and I told my son, I'm like, today is Thursday. It seemed like it was just Monday, but here we are. Here we are. We're going to just keep pushing. We're going to keep pushing. And I want to say, to end this off, because I want people to understand, y'all know I have to leave y'all with a message. And this just came to my heart. I want you to know that even if you're in a place to where you feel like you wanted to get some things done and you did not get those things done, or you did not do what you wanted to do, or what you felt was in the plans for you to do, it is okay. It is okay. You know, I always say, lead with great intentions. That's what matters the most. If your heart is in the right place and you know in your heart that you're trying to do what it is that you are actually planning towards, because it's good to have a plan, but not all the time do we actually meet that thing or get to that. And it's not that we would never get there. It's just that it wasn't the time or the place or the space to actually complete that thing. A lot of the times, y'all, we are just planting seeds in life. Okay. A lot of the time, we are just planting seeds in life. What that means, even when it comes down to your craft, when it comes down to the things that we are doing, sometimes we have this grand idea. We think it's going to get done next week. Listen, the time it takes for a baby from conception to birth, we got 9 months there. But the thing is, I think we forget is that we also have many, many years that that baby has to grow up, and we have many stages. You know, things are not going to happen quickly. And sometimes we forget because things are moving so fast, and we're in an environment and in a space sometimes to where we see things, it looks like things are happening quickly for people, but in reality, no. Those things took time. So allow yourself grace and understand that when you have an idea, don't look at it necessarily as just something that immediately has to get done. Look at it as a seed that has been planted in your garden life. And you're going to have many, many seeds. And I talked about this a lot of times, and I stand by it. Allow yourself time to water your seeds. Allow yourself time to understand, like, the seasons are going to go. This seed may not do nothing in this time, but it doesn't mean that it's not supposed to be in your garden. Because if you had that thought, you thought about it, it was meant for you, it's supposed to be in your garden, but it's a certain time that that harvest is going to happen. So give yourself grace. That's my message. I hope y'all are having the most beautiful, amazing day. Talk to me in the comments below. And as always, I am your one and your only Lady of Crochet, LadySamoan, and I will see you next time.